Welcome everybody. We're going on another metal detecting adventure. This time on our Gaia maps, we found a little area, a creek, a valley called Billy Creek. And in that creek, there was at least 5 houses that we see. And so when we overlay it with a modern day map, you could tell the road kind of moves around. So we're gonna go and see if we can't find where those buildings used to be. There may be nothing left of them, but we're gonna go see if we can follow them. So Mr. Ed and me are gonna head up Billy Creek. Let's go see what we can find. So this is south of Montrose. This is Billy Creek. So what we found out here is if you slide the 1900 topo over, you see 1, 2, 3, 4 buildings. I think there's one right up here. So, and if you slide over, let's drop it back just a hair. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. You got to play with it to figure these things out. So you can see the new road right here. It kind of follows the road a little bit. And we are going to follow these back and see if we could find these buildings. So let's go check it out. Oh, if you could hear me huffing and puffing. I thought, according to the app, I thought the house site was down there. I zoomed in and followed it all the way up the hill, getting excited. And there's a parking lot right where the old house used to be. So that is a bummer. Oh well, we got 2 more houses to go search. At least a pretty view, and it's got some kind of a thing over here. Let's go check it out. This appears to be a really cool sign display about Billy Creek. This is pretty awesome. Nice little observatory right up where a cabin should be. They ruined it for me. Oh well, that's pretty. We're gonna go look for the other 2. Okay, we can't go any further because it says no vehicles beyond this point. According to the GPS, the cabin used to be somewhere down that way. So we parked the Suburban. We got the tools. Mr. Ed's got his his metal detector.
His Garrett.
His Garrett.
His whites.
The whites.
I left the Garrett at home.
He's got so many, he don't know how many he has. Just like chainsaws. Okay, let's head on down this direction. We walked all the way down here by the river, followed the GPS, and right where this marsh is where the cabin is. There's a hump right here. Mr. Ed's going to check the hump. There's another hump over there. The stream or creek used to be farther over, so apparently the cabin's been washed out because it's right through those thickets. It drops right down off into the creek. So we're going to see what we can find. At least we say we've been here. Here's a picture of where we're at.
Okay, says a nickel and a ring. $4.50. That's for gloves.
Time to glove up. No more blisters. So Mr. Ed's got a nail, a square-headed nail. If you could tell, I only went down like an inch, and that was our treasure, a square-headed nail.
That's good.
That's good. We're getting somewhere. Location. We may find part of a house. All we got is 100 more nails, 100,000 more nails, and we'll find a house. And the road used to come through here. Now it's all dug up. Looks like they dug out to run water, probably for flooding or high flooding areas. So there's one little patch over there that Mr. Ed's gonna go check out. Right where those purple flowers are. That's probably our last hope of this area. Let's see if you never know, there might be something on the road.
Oh, baby. Up here, baby.
Every time he says, oh baby, he usually gets a reading on something. Not working this time. Now it just looks like he's weed eating. There we go. We found a noise. Let's go check it out. All right, it said it was what, a 50-cent piece?
Yeah.
A ring?
Yeah.
We found an old bullet. What do you think it is, a 45 or something?
Looks like a 45.
Good shape.
You gotta bring a tape measure mic next time my conger.
Yeah, the little pinpointer, they stuck it in there. It picked up the noise. So this thing is pretty handy too.
Boo.
Little precious pinpointer. Precision pinpointer. So,
It glanced off a rock.
yep, it was a successful gopher dig.
Put that in the bucket.
Oh, two things we found. This is kind of a fun area. But we thought we'd get somewhere. There's a piece of wire. So we're gonna move on. Well, we didn't strike it rich, but we found a piece of wire. A successful, well, I think talking to us again?
Try.
I guess that was it. Well, at least we found what we were looking for. It was a successful gopher dig. Oh baby, oh baby.
Okay.
We don't want nobody tripping in there. No cow tripping. We don't mind cow tipping, we just don't want cow tripping. Well, we didn't have to metal detect to find this wire. It's right on top of the ground. Mr. Ed's gonna add it to his collection of miscellaneous. It goes and goes. I got my Leatherman. Well, we went out to go find another cabin and it's on private property. So we turned around and go look for another one.
Site if it's there.
If it's even there. The remains, we don't know because we can't go over there. But we're gonna go look for another one. This is not a bad road here.
No, it was worse up on the flat, up where we was looking for burrows.
Yeah.
We turned around. Worse.
We're making a U-turn, getting on a lower road here. We're gonna go check out the last cabin site. See if there is. Supposedly the road goes right up on top of it, so we'll see what we can find. Authorized vehicles only.
And we have no leash for dogs.
And we have no leash for our dogs. Well, there's the end.
How far away are we?
Well, it was a little too far of a walk, so we decided not to do it. But there's one more area we could cross off our list. Billy Creek. We found one or two little things. It was fun. Now let's go back home, get on the GAIA GPS and find another adventure. And have a beer. So we're heading out, heading home. Boy, this is pretty. What are you, a NASCAR driver?
Yeah.
Yep. So that wraps up this video of Billy Creek. This was a lot of fun. We made it to the first one, and it was a gravel pit, as you saw. And then the second one was in the middle of the road, because that Gaia map, the 1900s map, it would show the 1900s and the 1930s both show it. It shows black dots where those houses used to be. So you overlay it with the new map, and as you're following, the arrow shows you where you are right now, and you could just go right on top of where the old building supposedly was. And we did some metal detecting. So the second one, it was on the road. Third one, we had to hike down. That's where we found that bullet, and we found a square-headed nail, which is cool. It means there used to be some kind of building there and a lot of wire. And we kind of followed where the old road was, and we kept finding lots of wire. So that was really neat to kind of see where something might have been at one time. And then the other 3 locations, I think it was, were on private property. So unfortunately, we couldn't go search them all out. But last night, me and Mr. Ed were on our Gaia maps, and we found another location. So hopefully here in a couple days, we're going to go and scout out a new location. And what we did is we found on the location, the 1900s map, I found the black dot where that building used to be. And then I overlaid it with a satellite. And we went in, and the buildings are still standing. And it is way off the beaten path. So we're going to go search that out. So spoiler alert, that's what we're going to be doing in the next video. So we'll see you guys in the next video. And till we see you guys again, have adventures, have fun, stay out of trouble.